Hey guys, what is up? So we're gonna be doing a recipe tonight for the keto diet. I hope you all like it. It's going to be, honestly, I don't really have a name for it. It's kind of like mac and cheese with chicken without the mac. So cheesy chicken, let's call it that. What do you think? Give me a like if you like it. Give me a like if you don't like it. So here we go. Right here in a pot, I melted about 4 tablespoons of butter, and I had some pre-diced up chicken from earlier in the week, and it was about 3 breasts worth, and I just threw it in there. It's on about medium, a little over medium heat right now. I'm gonna cover it and let it simmer. We'll stir it about every 2 minutes, 3 minutes or so. We just really want to get it cooked. While we have our meat simmering on the stove, you're going to want to get some mozzarella cheese, so about 4 ounces. I totally got lucky and managed to get exactly 4 ounces. Don't know how that worked. We're going to get about 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, and then ground flax seed. You're going to want about 2 tablespoons or so. We're just going to set all these aside for now, and we'll get to them as soon as the chicken is done cooking. Here's our chicken going in the butter. It's looking pretty good. Another few minutes and I say we're ready to take it off. But for now, let's finish covering it back up. While that's finishing cooking, I am actually pulling out some cauliflower, some broccoli, and some peppers. My wife is going to take the camera. Thank you, dear. And I'm only going to use about half of the cauliflower here.
Oops.
Oops.
My fat thumb covered it. I thought it was on the top, so I was trying to put my finger on the bottom.
Oops. Yeah. So what we're going to do with this, I'm going to cut this in half, and then I'm just going to break it up into the florets, and we're going to dice these up about medium small, about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch pieces, and then we're going to break this up as well, and it's all going to go into the bag with a little bit of our handy dandy oil, which is over here. Oil. Yeah, it's in a spray bottle. I find it so convenient to be in a spray bottle.
How are you breaking those into florets?
Okay, I'm breaking these into florets. I just grab a little bundle here. You can kind of see where the bundles are. They get smaller the higher you go. They just snap right off. Kind of like the same with broccoli. You just snap it right off. Pretty quick and simple. When I do get down here to the base of everything, I am going to use a knife to slice it up, so it is going to be quick and easy to cook. Because we want these done about the same time. Done. We've got our bag here of mixed vegetables, the broccoli and the cauliflower and the peppers. I've already sprayed about probably a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons worth of oil in there. It's a little heavy, but that's okay. It'll all bake off. I did forget to mention earlier that you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Also, my family likes to have a little bit of salt in there and a little bit of pepper in there. And then we just kind of shake the bag. We're just giving this a little shake. We're going to get everything coated up real nice. Yeah, I know this is really, really loud. Sorry about that. Just like that. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it looks all nice and greased up in there. So then we're just gonna real quick dump this here. Give these a little spread out so they all cook nice. You can line your pan with foil if you'd like beforehand to keep it from burning to your pan, but it's not completely necessary. So as soon as I'm ready, we'll pull these out. Actually, we're going to put them in right now. Woo. And they go in at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. We'll check them at 15, and we'll give a quick bite to the broccoli to see if that helps, because the broccoli is the thickest part on there right now. So if it's nice and soft, then the whole rest of it's good to go. As far as our chicken is good to go. So here we go. Nice and hot. Don't forget, safety #1 priority. Yeah, that sounded horrible, didn't it?
No, you're totally gonna get in trouble. That's crazy Russian hackers thing.
Yeah. I'm sure he's not the only one who said that. So this looks really, really good. We're gonna grab our stuff and we're gonna strain it into a strainer, just into the sink. It's fine. It's mostly just the juice. Okay? Then we're gonna let that set aside. Okay? We're gonna let it cool. We're gonna bring our pan back to the stove and we're gonna turn our heat down to about medium high, or medium low, sorry. We're gonna get our heavy whipping cream in there. Okay, and we're gonna wanna get a whisk. I should also mention that this mozzarella cheese, the 4 ounces, we're cutting up into smaller bits so that way it'll melt faster into our heavy whipping cream. The smaller the better, it'll go faster. But you don't have to spend all day doing it. I'm totally happy with that right there. And we've already got our heavy whipping cream going. So I'm just gonna take this, we're gonna throw it in here. And we're gonna whisk, whisk, whisk. You don't have to keep it really moving constantly until it starts to boil or simmer, whatever you want to call it. But you'll know when it's getting ready to get going. And then this will mix together into a nice creamy paste, essentially. It is super yummy, trust me.
Thickened sauce.
Yes, thickened sauce. That's a great way to put it. Because that's what it is.
Paste.
Oh, come on. Everybody eats paste when they're kids.
Not me.
If you ate paste when you were a kid, comment at the bottom. Although I have to admit I can't comment, so I didn't eat paste.
Some everybody.
One of the videos in here accidentally went sideways, but the information's still there. Just kind of, you know, tilt your head. It'll be fine. As you can see here, if I can get a piece, the cheese is starting to melt. It looks really nice and gooey. I did turn the heat down a little bit too far, so I had to turn it back up. But every stove is different. As you can see, I actually turned it back up. It's probably going to be too high again. I'm really kind of either high person or low person. There's no real nice in between. Sorry.
There is. You just don't know how to find it.
Har, har, har. Cameraman thinks she's funny. Camera woman thinks she's funny. Didn't mean to trigger anybody there. But as you can see, this is thickening up real nice. It already looks absolutely delicious. In the meantime, our chicken should be getting over there. It's starting to cool a little bit, and it should be completely strained.
I went ahead and turned it down a little bit, not too much. But that is looking good.
Thank you. Don't forget, we want it nice and smooth, consistently smooth. I still see a few chunks in here, like this little bad boy right there. We just don't want it to start to boil, otherwise it'll start to burn. And that's definitely not okay. It'll completely affect the taste of your dinner. It tastes pretty nasty. I'm talking from experience here. I kind of had to remake this cheese sauce twice before. Well, this is my 4th time making this cheese sauce. I really screwed up the first few times. So, y'all can learn from my experience and hopefully not make the same mistake I did. Alright, this is looking pretty nice and consistent now. Yep, it's looking pretty good. Alright, we're going to grab our chicken. And we're just going to re-add it into our mix here. I'd say we're doing pretty good because I've still actually got 7 minutes on our vegetables. We're going to get this chicken nice and coated. We want it completely coated. If you can get it all level and submerged. And then we're going to take it off the heat completely. No, not yet. Or I'm going to let it sit for about a minute. And then I'm going to grab the thickener. I found that if you add the thickener just a little bit too early, then it thickens too much. You're going to want a cheesy, but you're not going to want a brick. All right, that's still looking pretty good. And then we'll sprinkle the flax seed on top. That's our thickener. It's being stubborn, stuck to the bottom of the cup. So we'll mix this in nicely. All right, I think that's looking good right there. We're gonna grab another bowl. We're gonna move this back over to the heat just so we can have a little extra space. Remove our utensils. We're gonna dump this over into our other bowl. Don't worry if it looks really runny. It is at first, but as it cools, it'll thicken. Now, as far as I know, this is an original recipe. It's totally basic. I didn't Google or nothing. I totally just decided to experiment one night.
Sure, there's something like it out there, but this is the only one of this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, so there we go. There's our beautiful cheesy chicken, minus the mac. And we've got a few minutes left on our vegetables, so I will be right back as soon as the vegetables are done, and we'll pull them out of the oven and see how they do. And we're pulling out our vegetables now. The timer just went off. And they are looking good. I don't even think I need to test those if they're done or not. I can pretty well guarantee that those are done. They're beautiful looking. You can add a little bit more salt and pepper to taste if you want when they get on the plate. So,
they are delicious. They look delicious.
Yes, very nice. All right.
What do you think?
I think they're amazing. They look amazing. They look done. They just look perfect.
There we go. We've got some vegetables, and the main entree is the cheesy chicken, the mozzarella chicken, and with heavy cream. All right, let's give it a try. What does everybody think?
I haven't tried it, so then try it.
That's really good.
Cauliflower, I give it about a good 75.
It's delicious.
Kyron, what about the chicken? Zane, did you try the chicken or the vegetables?
Veggies.
Oh, try the chicken.
This is my most happy day.
The entire thing is a thumbs up.
It's really good.
There's a 75 for each one, so 150. That's my thing.
All right, thank you. All right, so there you go. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the meal. I enjoyed cooking it, and I'm definitely going to enjoy eating it. So thank you for joining me on my casual venture in cooking keto. Bye.